What's up, guys? So bringing you another gameplay. Now this was a very crazy game from the very beginning to the very end, so I'm gonna let the game just play on because I definitely have a few things to talk about. Number one, in one of my previous videos I mentioned that I was having problems with my head-to-head games not counting, and I still have the problem, but I have found a few silver linings. Number one is that I noticed that if my opponent pauses the game and quits, of course the game will not count. It crashes, it sucks. But if my opponent just completely rage quits and turns off the PlayStation or closes the application during the game, for whatever reason, the game will count. I don't get it, but that's just how it is. And of course also, if my opponent, finishes the entire game from beginning to end, then the game will also count. So I definitely have won a few games since I posted that video, but I definitely have had about twice as many games not count because of my opponents, quitting but by pausing the game. So it sucks, but you know what? It is what it is. So the second thing I want to talk about is my future reviews, because I did mention in that video that I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to keep doing reviews because of the game being boring, my game's not counting. But then I realized that was a bit more selfish than anything. As long as I can still play head-to-head games and review players, that's really all that matters. So I really don't want my channel to die this early in Madden 16, so I decided, you know what, I'm gonna just deal with it, push through, and just keep on reviewing players until EA pulls the plug on Madden 16. My leaderboard ranking is just gonna plummet. I know it is, man. That's gonna suck, but it is what it is. So I just want to let you guys know I am not quitting these reviews. So the next thing that I want to talk about are my upcoming reviews, which is gonna be Sue and Jenkins on defense still, and on offense it's gonna be the golden ticket Tim Tebow and final edition Le'Veon Bell. Now normally I would try to get Sue and Jenkins out first, but because Tim Tebow was just loaned to me, I'm gonna have to definitely push him up the list because I have to get him back to his original owner, obviously. So don't be surprised if Tim Tebow's review comes out first. And as far as Le'Veon Bell, I've not picked him up yet, but I will very soon. And on paper, he looks pretty nice. I mean, I've not played with him yet, obviously, but on paper he looks definitely much more agile than, and look at this, man. I'm finally coming back and he had to block my kick, man. But anyways, like I say, on paper Bell definitely looks more agile than DeMarco Murray, but DeMarco Murray does definitely look faster and much more powerful. But who knows? I mean, for all I know, maybe Bell is better or equal as Murray. I mean, Reggie Bush was a good example. Did not expect him to fall forward and truck as many people as he did, but so who knows? And I did pick up Richard Sherman, the signature Sherman. I finally picked him up. I played like 5 or 6 games. Man, he was getting killed. I put him back on the auction. I was gonna do a review, and I still might, but for now I got rid of him. I was getting killed by Richard Sherman. Did not see that coming. So anyways, my upcoming reviews are going to be Tebow and Bell on offense. So the next thing I want to talk about is the way that I'm going to be formatting my videos, mostly with the way that I commentate on my videos. So instead of just doing like one long talk, I'm going to be breaking it down into sections. The first video that I tried this with is the new Roethlisberger review, and it seemed to work. The reason I'm doing this is because I noticed with a lot of my reviews recently, for whatever reason, some of them were out of sync. Well, actually all of them were out of sync, and it was always chopping off like the last 3-4 seconds. I could not figure out why. I could not fix it permanently, so I figured, you know what, let me just work around the problem. And with the Roethlisberger review, it seemed to work. I mean, there was no like out of sync, there was no chopping off the last 3-4 seconds. So from now on, I'm just gonna be doing it like this. So hopefully it's all right with you guys. Like, hopefully it's not a huge distraction. And speaking of distractions, when I wiped my PS4 clean, it also took away my music, and some guys were commentating on the music, not being big fans of it. So guys, until I get that music back, just bear with me, just deal with the music, just push through it, guys. And look at DeMarco Murray, man, just being a beast. But anyways, like I said, man, I'll do my best to get the music back as soon as possible, but until now, man, just bear with me, guys, and just deal with the new music until I get the old music back. Anyways, guys, to close out this video, as you can see, I tied it up 28-28. We are headed to overtime, and I get to choose a coin flip, and wouldn't you know, I lose. Let me know in the comments, guys, how often do you win coin flips for overtime? Whether you get to pick the coin flip or not, man, I just never seem to win. I think I won like once out of like 30 attempts, man. Just never seems to go my way. So let me know in the comments, guys, how often do you win those coin flips for overtime kicks? So all he needs obviously is a field, or is a touchdown to win the game. He is dinking and donking his way down the field, 5 yards, 10 yards, 16 yards every pass. He's pretty much just throwing to the outside, and right here I hit him. I cause a fumble, but he goes out of bounds. 3rd and 2. I think he's gonna run the ball. I pinch my line. I'm gonna shoot the gap with Zach Thomas. He snaps the ball. I realize it's a pass. I pull back out and follow that drag route, and I use your picket with Zach Thomas, man. Don't tell me you cannot use your Zach Thomas. As you can see, it can definitely be done. So now all I need is a field goal to win this game. So I'm gonna start dinking and donking my way down the field, and I'm doing it pretty successfully. I believe I get down to like the 45-yard line. 62-yard kick, man. 62-yard. You got to kick this thing perfectly. I do. I kick it, it's up, and as you can see, guys, it just barely squeaks by, man. So as you can see, man, I got the W. Very, very clutch game. So anyways, guys, that's gonna wrap this up. My next review on offense, like I said, is gonna be Tebow, Bell, defense, Sue, and Jenkins. So I'll see ya boys for those reviews. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I'll see ya boys. Peace.